Just go through it. We are having two cases. Sorry. First we will design for stopping side distance. For stopping side distance, we are having two cases. L greater than S, then L less than S, right? What is the equation? Ns square divided by root 2h plus root 2 small h the whole square. Okay? Just go through the equations again and again. Then only we will be remembering it, okay? In case they are giving capital H or they are not giving capital H and small h, we are going to assume that capital H is equal to 1.2 meters and small h equal to 0.15 meters, right? 4.4. What was the case 2? L less than S. Equation was NSS, the every factors will be same. Only thing is they are rearranging themselves, right? So just remember like that. Apply some tricks, then only we will remember. Okay? And for OSD also we have seen the same case. L greater than S. Equation will become Ns square divided by 8h. And if L less than S, then it will become 2s minus 8h divided by n. Correct now? So we have solved one question in the previous class, no? Submit curve, first question we have solved. So shall we do the next question? Vertical submit curve is formed on a single lane two-way road, that question. So it's a common data question. We have to find out the safe stopping side distance first. How much it should be? Take the reaction time and note properly, whatever they have given. Okay. Don't blindly take it as 2.5. In the question, if they are giving some value, take as it is, okay? What is the value of friction? 0.35. This thing you may be getting approximately 128 meter. But is that my, very good, very good. Is that my safe stopping side distance? No. Because it is a single lane two-way road. If it is a single lane two-way, what will be my safe stopping side distance? 2 times the calculated SSD value, right? Remember the previous concepts, don't forget it. So according to the options, how much it is? Approximately equal to 255 meters. Correct now? According to the options. So option D will be my correct answer. Getting? Yeah. Don't forget the previous concepts. They can just correlate multiple concepts into one question. Okay. So that calculation involves 2 marks. Then one more 2-mark question with the same data. What will be the length of submit curve in meters? See, they didn't tell whether L is greater than S or L is less than S. No? So what we'll do? We'll assume that L is greater than S and we are going to find out what is that L. Okay. And after calculating the length, we'll check whether our assumption is correct or not. I have read it as 2.4, that's why. Fine, thank you. Check the value. Assume reaction time of the driver 2.5 seconds. Okay, sorry. If in case if it is given something else, then you have to take it as it is. Fine. How much you are getting? Ns square by 4.4 you can use now, because they have not given what is the h value, capital H value, height of the driver's eye. They have not given what is the obstruction height, 0.15 meter. If they are not giving, we have to assume those values now as per IRC. If you are using those values, standard values, we are having one ready-made formula, Ns square divided by 4.4. Okay, check it how much you are getting. If you are taking Ns square by 4.4, this is why I told you to remember this formula also. No need to substitute 1.5 and 0.15, sorry, 1.2 and 0.15. Correct now, what is the last step? One more step is there. We have to check whether our assumption is correct or not. L I got it as 1182. What is the S value? S value I got it here, 255. L value I got it here, 1182. Whether your assumption is correct? Absolutely correct. So my final answer will be 1182 meter. Understanding? Is it 232 or 2.32? I am not able to read it properly. Okay, understanding the question? 1182 meter. In case if you are not getting, your assumption is correct, then we will assume, or not need to assume now. When you understood that, it will not be your assumption. L will be less than S, right? Okay, no problem. You understood now where you got the problem? After calculating, you will be getting approximately 127, but always check the question. If it is our special case, finally you have to take the double of that, okay? Always check the question. Highlight your mistake, okay? Whatever you got, just highlight that so that you will not be doing the same mistake in the GATE examination. That's what our final intention, na? Whatever mistake you are doing in the class, it's not at all a problem. Finally, in that 3 hours of GATE examination, it shouldn't happen, that's it. Okay, whatever mistake you are doing is not a problem. Just highlight your mistake so that whenever you are reading it once again, your brain will take it again. So in the final examination, in that 3 hours, the same mistake will not repeat again, okay? That's what. Okay, see, generally I told you, if it is a gradient, we have to take the gradient also, na, in the calculation of stopping side distance. On upward gradient, it will be f plus n percentage by 100. If it is downward, f minus, right? But for calculating the stopping side distance for summit curve or valley curve, whatever, we are not going to take the gradient. Why? Because there are 2 reasons actually. We are just neglecting the effect of gradient. Why? Because first of all, in the equation there is a term n. What is this n? N is nothing but the deviation angle. While I am taking the n in the equation of length of summit curve, I am already taking the gradients into consideration. That is one thing. Coming to the stopping side distance, if it is simply an upward gradient, we are going to, if you are going above or if you are going upward, your stopping side distance is going to decrease, right? Na? F plus n by 100. So denominator is going to increase, so stopping side distance will decrease. Whenever you are coming down the gradient or whenever you are going downward, then your stopping side distance will increase. So in our case, what is our stopping side distance? Whenever a vehicle is here, whenever they are properly able to see each other, correct now? They should have a proper sight distance. So whatever be this distance is our to stop properly, correct now? Or it can be a stopped vehicle, it can be an obstruction, anything. It may not be always coming 2 vehicles, right? So some part is on the upward gradient and some part is on the downward gradient. Understanding? It's not completely upward gradient, it's not completely downward gradient. So both are happening on a summit curve or it is a valley curve. Correct now? So an upward gradient is coming, a downward gradient is coming. So the effect in change in stopping side distance is almost getting balanced. It may not be exactly balanced, almost getting balanced. So we are assuming or we are just neglecting the effect of gradient because both effect is there, na? Plus is there, minus is there. That's why we are taking like that. And also in the calculation of length of summit curve, we are already taking care the deviation angle or we are already taking care of the gradient. That's why in the analysis of summit curve or valley curve, we are not taking the plus or minus gradient in the analysis of stopping side distance as per IRC. Understood? Now understood? That was a very nice doubt actually. Okay, getting? 1182 meter. So after getting what you have to do, you have to check whether your assumption is correct or not. Okay, we have checked it. It's absolutely greater. So our assumption is correct. So the final answer is 1182 meter. Okay, good. Now do this question also. The next question. What do you mean by passing sight distance? What it may be? What do you mean by passing sight distance? Tell me. Yes, very good. It is overtaking sight distance. Okay. So whenever you have written the heading of overtaking sight distance, just go there and write this word also in the bracket. Passing. We are going to pass an object now. So that stopping sight distance I can also call it as non-passing sight distance. Okay, just write that also. This word they have used once in IAS examination. So passing sight distance is OSD, non-passing sight distance is stopping sight distance. So just note those words also. In case if they are asking such words, don't get confused. So overtaking sight distance equation we have to use in this case. Okay. They have not given any value of capital H, which means capital H is equal to 1.2 meter, right? Okay. So we are going to take the overtaking sight distance equation, ns square by 8h. Why I am taking this equation? Since they don't know, they didn't mention whether L is greater than S, whether L is less than S. We are going to assume L is greater than S, right? So H is not given. So I am assuming that it will be equal to 1.2. So my equation will become 9.6. What will be the n value? 1 by 100 and minus 1 by 120. See, here they didn't tell that it's a summit curve. But still, why you are taking summit curve equation? Because they told that it is a 1 by 100 meeting. It's a 1 by 100 meeting a minus 1 by 120. What do you mean by minus? That minus indicates that it's a downward. Okay, see, one more thing. It will not be a hilly slope like this, okay? 1 by 100 means what? Whenever you are moving 100 units, only 1 unit upward. So actually speaking, this vertical gradient may be something like this. Okay, very small gradient. Don't think that it's something hill. The vehicle is going over a hill. No. 1 by 100, 1 in 20 and all, which means what? Whenever some 100 meter is going, then only 1 meter height. Okay, it's a minute slope actually. So something like that. Just for calculation purposes and just for drawing and all, we are simply drawing a curve like this. Okay. Now, what they told, 1 by 100 and minus 1 by 120, which means a positive gradient is meeting downward gradient, which means it's a summit curve. They need not to mention in the question that it is a summit curve. Okay. Fine. Now 1 by 100 means how much? 1%. 1 by 120 means how much? 0.83%. And my n value will be 1.83%. So in the question, what I have to take? 0.0183. Correct na? Sorry. 0.0183. Okay, that's what you have to take. See, always remember, if you are directly calculating, you will be getting this value, 0.0183. So in the calculation, simply don't take 0.01, 0.02, like that don't take it. Because our actual deviation angle means it's in percentage. So in the percentage value, you take at least 2 decimals or 3 decimals. Here exactly you are getting 1.83 maybe na, or 33 something. So in the percentage value, at least you take 2 decimals, then convert into decimal. Okay. In the decimal value, don't take some 2 decimal only. If you are taking some 0.01 or 0.02, it means you are taking something 2%. Okay. So directly don't take from here. At least take 2 decimals in the percentage value, then convert into decimal. Okay. Otherwise your value will get changed. That's why. Fine. So if you are substituting, how much you will get? 0.0183 into what is the passing sight distance they told? 470 meter divided by 9.6. How much you are getting? You will be getting approximately 421. Na? 421 nowadays getting 421. Very good, very good, very good. 421 you got as your L value. But how much is your S value? 470 meter. Which means our assumption is absolutely wrong. Okay, which means this is not your final answer. Then what I have to do? Now I got that L is less than S. Now what is my equation? 2S minus 8H by N. So what I can write? 2S minus 9.6 by N. So how much you are getting if you are calculating? Very good, everyone is getting the answer. 0.0183. Then you will get approximately 415 meter according to the option. Correct na? Very good, very good. So option A will be the correct answer. Okay, so always check whether your assumption is correct or not. Okay, don't blindly do the question. Okay, so after solving here, see this option is also there, this answer is also there in the option. Okay, don't blindly do it. Very good. That I'm happy that everyone is getting the answer. Always check it. Okay, whether it is SSD or OSD, whatever. Sometimes they will directly ask you based on this criteria, what is the value? Based on SSD, what is the value? Based on OSD, what is the value? Sometimes like this, they will simply give you some data. The previous question we have seen. First question was calculating SSD, na? So which means we can understand from the question regarding which criteria they are asking. Okay. Practically what you will do, we will calculate for stopping side distance, we will calculate for overtaking side distance. Whichever value we are getting maximum, that value we are going to provide on the ground practically. Minimum that much value we have to give. Practically we are doing like that. Both the criteria we have to check because our design criteria is sight distance, na? That we have divided into two like that. So practically both we have to calculate, and whichever is maximum, that's what we are going to give on the field. Minimum that much value we have to give on the field like that. Okay. Understanding? Now, that is the length calculation. Actually, we require only length calculation only. But a few points, I told you, like some years they asked some tough questions. For 2 marks, I told you if they are asking for 10 marks transportation, a 2-mark question may be tough. Like that, recently also, just one question they asked something. It's a kind of tough question. But what happened, they had just incorporated with the surveying and all. Have you studied point of curvature and all in survey? Point of curvature, point of intersection and all. Have you studied in surveying? What do you mean by point of intersection, point of curvature? Okay. So those things are there. Yes, that I will tell you. They asked us a tough question. Generally in transportation, in the history, they don't used to ask it. Only once in some year they asked some distance. Recently also they asked another distance. So that also we'll discuss. After Summit curve we'll discuss. Okay. You take the, okay, before Summit curve question I have to give you the Summit curve equation. Before that you just do one thing. You just write one point. We have written the heading, na, Summit curve. There you write one more point. You have written some points there, na? Like design criteria, sight distance, like that. So there you add one more point. The best shape for sight distance is, the best shape for sight distance is, the best shape for a curve, like that you write. The best shape for a curve for sight distance is circular. The best shape for a curve for sight distance is circular. Full stop. But for a summit curve, a square parabola shape is a square parabola shape. Square parabola I can also call it as second degree parabola. A square parabola shape or a second degree parabola shape is most suitable. Most suitable. Why? Because we are having different gradients, no? One gradient, another gradient. So it cannot be circular shape. That's why. Actually, for getting proper sight distance, for a curve, circular shape is better. But for a summit curve, different gradients are meeting. So we'll be giving square parabolic shape or secondary parabolic shape. Okay. Just remember that. Maybe for some matching purposes and all, they can ask you. Or for 1 mark purposes and also this is possible. Okay.